Kansevich.
The players deserve all the credit here. They worked their tails off on Tuesday and Wednesday to be ready. They said all the appropriate things to each other during timeouts in the last segment. Being down 8 and going, I guess it was a 12-0 run. Thought half-court defense was really well done by our team, and yet you're still left wanting. I think there's more. The biggest thing that we talked about before the game was we had to get a look. We haven't had a look all year. We've looked not scared, not intimidated, but in that area of like confused. And we've talked to them about it. And then I asked them to do one thing, to empty their tanks, so when they put their head on their pillow tonight, they can say, I gave it everything that I had. And if we aren't good enough, we're not good enough. But by an act of God, the ball doesn't go in. I do think that everybody should know this. I left a ticket for the Pope. He's a Jesuit. There's 2 Jesuit schools. I don't know if he was here, but I did leave a ticket for Pope Francis. I wish him well.
All right, questions for the players?
Langston, could you take us through that? Langston, could you take us through that last play, the last drive for the basket? Was it a play that broke down and you just had to improvise, or just take us through it?
Well, the play was just to come off the bottom of the screen, try to come to the top of the key, and try to make a play for the team, and that's what I did, try to make a play, and they called the foul. So.
Did you try to draw, I mean, you look like you put your head down almost. Were you trying to just get contact?
I mean, I knew I could get to the basket. I was just trying to draw the foul and get the and one, but they called the foul, and that's why I went to the line.
Langston, what were your thoughts? Game on the line, 2 shots. What were your thoughts at that time?
Just take my time. Were you talking about the free throw? Yeah, just take my time and relax and shoot the free throw like I've been practicing all week.
Julio, you had a good view on the bench, unfortunately you got out, but what was more excruciating, the first free throw or the inbounds pass that Xavier had at the end of the game?
Definitely the inbounds pass, I would say. I have full confidence of Langston making the free throws. He's a great shooter, so I would say about that. It was more it's been a year where those plays have not gone our way, and it's finally gone our way, which is great. So, I mean, that definitely was one of the things where I was a little timid on when the ball went up in the air.
Langston, not much time to celebrate this one. You got to turn the page and focus on VCU tomorrow. You guys had a pretty good game with them at the Siegel Center at the beginning of the season. Just wondering your thoughts on the rematch.
It's definitely going to be big for us. I mean, we left 14 seconds out there, so we have something to prove, and we just got to play 40 minutes of ball tomorrow.
This is Coach, in all your long experience, you ever see inbounds pass off the backboard, possibly rebounded by the other team, possibly for a winning basket?
Yeah, you're in my age bracket. I saw one time where a team threw a sideline out of bounds. Okay, this goes way back. This is NC State, Maryland, in about 73 or 4. They threw an inbounds play from the sideline off the backboard, and then they had David Thompson catch it. It worked because of David Thompson. But I have seen the ball go off the backboard. You don't think the kid was throwing it off the backboard, do you? I don't know. I'm not trying to be smart.
I know that.
I have seen the ball go off the backboard. But
Do you think that was
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't really know.
Julio, when you guys were down 8 there, things weren't looking so good, and then like Phil was talking about whenever you went to empty your tank, it seemed like at that point, you in particular, I don't know if it was you play harder or seemed like you wrote her feeling. Can you talk about that run? You scored 7 points and
I'm not sure how much we were down at home, at half, when we played Xavier at home, they came out and scored like 9 straight at half against us at home, and they were up, and we made it come back at home, and, I scored, but Ron made 2 great passes to me, I got a good swing from, I'm not sure who it was on the wing for a 3-point shot, so, I was just right place, right time, teammates had confidence in me that I was gonna make the shot, and, I took a shot that was there, I was confident in myself and I made it. And to go on what Coach says, it's a big coincidence because he left a ticket for the Pope, but I got a pass on my local mosque over here and I left the ticket for him too, so he's right there with me too.
Langston and Halil, could you just talk about like what it feels like to keep this thing going? You've had some tough games and all, now, to experience a game like this.
It's definitely big. We definitely want the season to end. So, hey, bring on tomorrow. That's all I can say.
Any other questions for the players? All right, gentlemen, you done. Thank you. Any questions for Coach Martelli?